Good morning, this is Nazar with Provident Real Estate. Today I wanted to discuss 9 steps to a successful loan modification. Number 1 is hardship. The reason I put that as number 1 is because I feel it's most important to be able to truly write down and make sure it's handwritten a good letter to explain your situation. And the biggest thing that the negotiators want to see is you to show basically or write down and explain to them the difference between what your financial situation was like back when you first bought the house, when you got your loan, versus what it is now. They want to see differences, either loss in pay, you're working less hours, your wife stopped working, or you had some type of a financial hardship of any sort. They want to be able to see that in writing and make sure that you plead your case and let them know that you are struggling financially. Number 2 is your financial information. They want to see all of it. A lot of people are surprised at how much data that they want from you. And just acknowledge that even if you're missing one document, if it's one page of your bank statement or it's one small document that you forgot to fill out or sign on the dotted line, that they will postpone or stop the whole loan modification process and wait for that document to come in. And a lot of times they won't even tell you that they'll send you a letter 3 weeks later saying that that's what they were missing. And so it's really important to be able to make sure that you get every single document that they're requesting. Make sure you check everything twice before you mail it off to them or you fax it over to them. Number 3 is to remember to write down your loan number on every single sheet that you send over to them. Even if it's a bank statement and the last page of your bank statement is blank, please still remember to write down your loan number on every single piece of paper that you send over to them. It's very important. Number 4 is to follow up. After you submitted your packet, make sure that you follow up every couple of weeks with them to see how things are going. A lot of times, again, they'll remind you at that point in time, or they'll tell you, oh, we're missing this document and this document. Even if you've already sent it to them, don't get frustrated. Don't tell them that you've already sent it to them. Just say, okay, thank you. Is that all that you're missing? Are you missing any other information that you need from me? And put that stuff together, put your loan number on it, put the date, and then send it off to them. Number 5 is to take notes. Write down the name, full name of the person that you speak with every single time. Get a log and write down every single time who the person was, when you spoke to them, what information they requested, and what information you sent over to them. And then also, get all the paperwork that you sent, all the faxes that you fax over to them, get a confirmation and make sure that that confirmation has the date on it and the time that you sent that information to them. That's very important. Number 6 is to not get mad. When you call them, you're dealing with people that are very frustrated. They deal with people that are frustrated, so it's not a fun environment. And so when you call them, don't be mad. Be happy. Be grateful and thankful that they're considering you as a candidate for a loan modification. So I think that will get you a lot longer in your modification than what if you just get frustrated, because they deal with a lot of ornery people every single day. So that will help out a lot. Number 8 is to realize that the bank has several departments. That's one key component that a lot of people forget, is that you're talking about huge banks that deal with thousands and thousands of these requests every day. And so if you've got a loan department or a loan modification department that's handling your short sale or your modification, and you've stopped making new payments and 3 months has passed by, and you remember the last clip that we talked about with the foreclosure process, the bank automatically, for the most part, does go into automatic foreclosure process. And so if you're doing a loan modification and you've missed 3 consecutive payments, they'll more than likely file a notice of default on you. They'll send you those letters in the mail. A lot of times the person that's handling your modification, that's been assigned to your case, doesn't know that that's happened. And after the notice of default, you'll get a notice of trustee sale date, right? So when you get a notice of trustee sale, when you get that piece of paper that's put on your door, again, the bank doesn't know about that. So you're going to have to call them and let them know, hey, look, I just received a notice of default, or I just received a notice of trustee sale. They're going to sell my house in 3 weeks. Can you please help me out? And so if you let them know and you're upfront with them and you follow up with them, especially when you receive a notice of trustee sale, I call them every couple of days and say, look, my sale date's set for 3 weeks from now. Can you please make sure that you have everything you need from me and that you put a postponement to that sale date, because I don't want to lose my house. I don't want to have a foreclosure on my record. And if you do that and you follow up with them every single day or every other day when you get that notice of trustee sale, they'll hopefully postpone your sale. Now, if at that point in time comes and they're still working on your case and they didn't tell you that they're going to modify your loan, you got to make sure that you've got a plan B in place. And And that's basically number 9, is to make sure that when that notice of trustee sale date comes, that you are proactive, very aggressive, and able to make sure that they put that sale date. Not every single person is going to qualify for a loan modification. You know, if you completely lost your job and you're not making any money, any income, no money is coming in at all, you know, the odds of them modifying your loan is going to be very small. Because even if they modify, they realize that you're not going to be able to pay them back anything, even if they did lower your monthly payment. And so if you are doing a loan modification, you have no job, you realize that you know, modification is probably not going to happen. The other another option that you have is doing a short sale. We'll talk about that in more detail in another clip here, but just wanted to make sure that you understand that you should have a plan B in place just in case if that modification does not work out for whatever reason. I've dealt with a lot of clients that are trying to do a loan mod and they think everything is going hunky-dory, and then you know, at the last minute they realize that they didn't postpone the sale, they had no intentions of modifying their loan, and they lose the property, and they're stuck without a home. But if everything does go well and they modify your loan, they'll probably reduce your payments. Now, a lot of people don't factor this in the equation, is that when they modify your loan and your taxes were not impounded when you first got your loan, they'll mandate that those taxes are impounded so that you don't miss on those payments. And so they'll impound your taxes, they'll lower your principal. Excuse me, they won't lower your principal, wishful thinking, but they will lower the monthly payment by giving you a lower interest rate, and then they'll probably, you know, stagnate that and give you like a 5-year loan to where, you know, it's 2% or 2.5% or 3%, whatever it is, and then they'll gradually up that into a fixed rate for a 30-year period. I hope this information has been helpful to you. If you have any further questions or like more information, if you'd like copies of samples of hardship letters, please don't hesitate to send me a text or an email. I'd be more than happy to provide that for you. Have a wonderful day, and if you have any questions, you can reach me on my cell phone, 714-337-6286. Thanks.